Welcome to the 12 Days of Zentangle and Project Pack 22. This is our wrap-up video. My name is Rick.
Hi, I'm Maria.
And we hope you had a little bit as much fun as we did doing this whole project, because this was great. And we want to show you a little bit of some of the, just go over what we did and also show you some of the other things that we looked at. So this was day one's string. And then this was the one
That you did.
that I did. Yeah. And I was like looking to, alternate the color and the black and white, and had a good time. And also, not only is flux like a real favorite of mine, but this is sort of a fluxy shape, right?
It's true. So it's what is that called?
Fractal.
Fractal.
We're going for fractal here, right?
And also, you started out in a sort of a simple tile.
Yeah.
To get you comfortable in your skin doing this project pack.
Yeah. And I think this is a good, it's a nice idea to do it that way, because you can also, well, where I'm going with this is give yourself some time on this project pack, because we crammed way more than 12 days of our work into these 12 days.
That's right. That's right.
And so we don't want you to feel pressured to be going crazy with keeping up with us, or I hope you didn't. This day two was this rather cool five-sided shape with, again, this spiral, and that...
And the new phi tile.
And the new phi tile, right?
5 by 5
by 5. So it's our little play on words. And this back part is a really good, just playing around. If you look at one of these other tiles, these play really well together.
Yeah.
Right? So you see this shape continues this same curve here. So you can play with the back of these as a really great string. But back to this is the one that Molly and Martha did.
How pretty, huh?
Right?
Loving the spirals.
And the palette and just these little touches of color. And this was one of the ones that they had played with earlier. Okay, let's see how that would go.
I think it was before they had the right colors.
Right.
So they were working with a different blue.
But love that palette, right?
Yes.
And
I love this brown and the green, blue-green there.
And how it, you've got like what you said there, and then you've got this really intense drama,
right? Black
and gold, or ochre, or whatever the color is.
Orange, I think it's
orange.
It might even say orange on the pen, but it's more like an ochre color that I found anyway.
And then Julie on day 3 started with this string and did that with it. I think it's beautiful. Isn't it really neat to
see what she had decided to work with?
And that's one of the really cool things in Zentangle art, is that idea that we work with a string, but you can see that you can go outside it. You can ignore parts of it, like all of these ones just sort of skipped over on that. Except, well, check out this other one she did, some of her work on that. So this curve on this one is... this curve, one of these curves over here. So you can use any part of the string, whether we made it or you made it, and you can always add more. You can also just don't have to fill all of the spaces. This is one that Molly did.
Beautiful.
Right?
Nice and simple. Beautiful.
And then here's another one I think, of Julie's that she was working on. So this gives you like an idea of the directions. Like this is like, they're really different, same string. And that's one of the cool things about this whole art form, I think. I love this. That's really nice. Okay. On day 4, we started out with this string, or I should say, Molly and Martha started out with that string.
And they did some really cool things.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it almost vibrates with those dots, you know, the turquoise dots going all the way through. It has this lovely movement going on.
Right? You can get some of that reflection in there. That's pretty sweet.
Beautiful.
And it has a whole different personality. So you can really see, like, comparing something that's somewhat similar, you know, these two tiles, totally different personality, you know, like a light touch on the pens versus a heavier touch on the pens over here.
Very beautiful.
And then on day 5, where's the string? I started
This
out
is
with
a real
that string.
surprise, I think.
Yeah, so this one was really fun. And this is what I did with that. And so I added more. And so this simple shape can just be a string, and then we can build off of that. So here you can see where that was. And before I did it, I was, you know, getting the idea because I wanted to have the you know, like the dots, the different colors, and then the larger shapes, the different colors. And the goal was to bring out the concept of fractal fragments and reticula. So you see the different shapes depending on how you put it together. And then Molly said, well, you know, this is all about spirals. So instead of doing flux in there, I did printemps on the one we taught. Now, after I did that, I thought, well, what if we took this, you know, like looking at this, if you were to put it together in different ways, what might it look like? Well, I went into Photoshop and I put them together like this.
So, but there's an app that's real easy that anybody could go into, right?
Right. There are certain apps, but I don't know how much of what the apps do because I had to like mirror them and then turn them on different axes and stuff. But in this one, you can see that, okay, I took, let's find one here. So like this one is this one. But then in Photoshop, I mirrored it this direction and then in this direction. And then just did it all over the place.
It reminds me of not a joker, a jester, a court jester.
Right.
What his outfit would look like, you know. Very, very pretty.
And then I thought, well, I had matched it so like this color was with its own color. What if I did it so they were opposite? And that's a little different. Another fun thing. And also, oh yeah, I wanted to show you on this one, like where they come together, it makes that other.
Oh yeah, right.
Isn't that cool? That sort of fan shape.
Mm-hmm.
But when we do it like this, it makes the other shape with two colors. So there's all these little cool, magical things that happen with that. And then I thought, well, is there another way I can put these together? And so I turned them at different angles.
Oh, these are spectacular.
Right?
Yeah.
And so these sections match up, right? You've got this bluish and this goldish or umberish. right?
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
And then if you like squint and like look at it from a distance, it would be like, this would be a crazy fabric pattern,
Look at that.
right?
Can you imagine a man's tie?
Oh,
with
yeah.
that, right? Or a woman's tie, I suppose.
Right. So this is just to plant some seeds with yours, what you might decide to do with that or explore and play around with. Like Maria said, there are these tiling apps online that you can play with. So just gives an idea of that. And next, let's see, what do I have here?
Day 6.
We went to day 6. And on day 6, I think this was Julie. Yes.
Nice.
And there's such a neat contrast, like from this to this, like these are like really rising up. You know, you get that sense of curvature on that. And then these like holding it together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this is sort of like Crazy in Zeppel, but just with, instead of lines like we did later on in the last set, these are like hollowbaugh.
Like bars, yeah.
And in which you can do in Zeppel. So here's one other format of that. And another format of that. And another format of that.
That's kind of got a lot of energy to it. I like
Right?
how she went beyond the string lines and just sort of vaguely worked with them.
Right?
You know?
So you can see the difference of all of these. And yeah, the string is your friend for support and for inspiration, and then you can just launch from it as you feel.
Beautiful.
These are great strings, and you know, building off the idea of that spiraling energy.
Molly's been working on these strings for, it seems like 5 years.
So speaking of other strings, this is from day 7 and Molly and Martha. And this is what they did with that.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And, right? I love the, you know, just the, like the gold and the black together, and the way this mix of orbs and the checkerboard and the Knightsbridge, the square and the round, really stunning. And then this is an earlier version, but I like it just with that, that simple color.
So it shows you that you don't have to use all the tools on every tile. You can pick and choose. Yeah.
And then Julie did one of these.
Wow.
So you can really get a sense of, okay, well, there's the string. That was from this string, and this is from this string. Lots of potential.
Fantastic.
Right? And then we went to day 8, again with Molly and Martha.
Wow, look at how...
right?
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
Wow.
And here are some of the
really dynamic
earlier studies of that. You can see the impact of the drama of the solid color.
Yeah, this
and the
border
shading.
and, beautiful,
right?
Beautiful.
And here's another version.
Simpler version, but I think in this case I like this one.
Right?
Yeah.
The more contrast. And all of these are just that level of inspiration of where you can take it And speaking of inspiration, we did this day 9, 10, 11, and 12, right? And I'm just going to change the focus on this. Okay, we've got the zoom out, and we had this. Right, that goes like this. And let's see, this goes like this, and this goes like that, right?
One would think.
And all of that came from 4 of these, and it's based on this concept of this spiral that is based on the Fibonacci proportion, and that it extends to the next tile. But wait, there's more. Molly's been at the table playing with all these different possibilities. Like, okay, let's do this. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So there's that. And then you could do, well, let's just do this. That's pretty cool.
Beautiful.
Or you could take, let's see.
Flip the ones on the bottom.
I'm going to take this like this. And then I'm going to take this one here. Well, don't even have to. Yeah, I'll take this one here. And this one here.
Does it fit on there?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Right? So you can like, or even just like with 2 of them, you could do this. Or having done that, you could do that.
Beautiful.
So, and you can probably come up with tons more of these of what we've done. And here are, using this.
These were prototypes before.
Right.
I'm loving this here. This
Right?
sort of senna-like spirals. Spiraling senna.
Spiraling senna.
Beautiful.
A little bit of diva dancing and aura nodding and tripling, some W2ing, and then throughout it all, this Samson leaf. So this is another really cool like technique that they used, is they used the center bar of the like the spine of the senna, this spiral, and then just went all out, all in all different directions.
Into
Samson, not senna.
Yeah, well, it's actually not Samson. Is it Samson?
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then, just because we're having so much fun, we want to show you another one that we did, but we are putting it in this.
That Molly and Martha did.
Molly and Martha did this initial one, just for playing around sake. And
Wow.
we made a frame. So I think these frames are on the website.
Yeah, you can get those on the
And,
website. They open very easily, and you can place your pieces in there. They're beautiful frames.
Right, so this is how it opens over here. And this also fits the
Opus
tile.
Yeah.
So we just had the best time.
It was awesome. It was
And
awesome.
we hope you had as much fun as we did as well. And we wish you the greatest joys of this wonderful season and
a wonderful, wonderful new year.
wonderful new year. So much love from all of us here at Zentangle, and we'll see you next time.
See you later. Bye.
Bye now.